Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Nexus Bros Ultimate, and today, as you can see by the title of this video, this is my movie review of Thor Love and Thunder. So before we get into my thoughts and reviews of it, I'm just gonna say welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe if you want to. No pressure, but it's free though, so that's a good thing. So yeah, so this channel, I'm gonna start to do more things about movies and get my theories on them, and yeah, I keep saying I'm gonna do shit on YouTube, and then like I end up not doing much. Like I was gonna do a whole thing of rewriting the Batman, and that just kind of blown out of the water by this point. So, oh well. But I can guarantee you that um what day? Fuck. Wednesday. This next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a movie review on Lightyear. I actually saw the movie like about 2 weeks ago, maybe. Um, it's just that I just didn't think about doing a review on it, and time just got up to me and just got super busy. I would have done it, but like I said, just things caught up. Just a lot of things have been going on lately. So, anyway, uh, just Wednesday, expect the review. I'm going to New Jersey for Comic Fest, Garden State. It's Garden State Comic Con or Garden Fest Comic Con, one or the other. Garden something Comic Con. So I'm going there on Saturday and Sunday, so both days that the thing is open. My mom and I are going to go to our hotel rooms and whatever tonight. And that's it. So I'm gonna come back Monday. So Tuesday, I'm just probably gonna do a day's rest. Just a lot of traveling, just weekend, whatever. I might have con crud, so who knows? But anyway, just Wednesday, expect to let you a movie review. But nonetheless, let's get straight into this video of my review / thoughts on Thor Love and Thunder. So, Thor Love and Thunder. Oh my god. What a great movie. Now, there are going to be spoilers, of course, like all these movie reviews. I think the only spoiler-free movie review that I made was the first movie review that I did, Spider-Man No Way Home, because this was big, so I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely do one. So... Whew, so there are spoilers in this. Now, granted, right before the movie started, I'm just gonna give you some of my thoughts heading into this movie real quick. So I didn't know how to feel. I was excited for Golden God Butcher, but just the movie itself, I have no idea about. Yeah, that I had no idea how I felt. I was excited to see what the post-credit scenes were, which they were amazing. I'll get to them later. And just the movie itself, I didn't know how I was gonna feel about it, but just like that entire day, I was like so excited, and then the more and more time passed, I was just getting less and less excited. And then the thing wouldn't start. I don't know if it was a person's fault or whatever, but it was black for a bit. And then I don't know if we missed like the first minute or two or whatever. I don't know what the entire like opening was, but I saw like the part where we saw Gore's shadow carrying his daughter. Everyone clapped for that, mainly because the movie was starting. So, and we sat there for like no joke 20 fucking minutes. It was supposed to start at 7. 20 fucking minutes we sat there waiting for the movie to start. Now granted, of course, you have like about 10 maybe 15 minutes of trailers, or maybe 20 minutes of trailers, and they just went, shit, we can't do the trailers, and I don't know, but sat there for like 20 fucking minutes with a black movie screen. So everyone was excited. And so we saw a goal. It looked weird. I wasn't a fan of the opening scene. Um, because just the way that it was done, it wasn't like Goal's origin to the comics. Like, he was the one that killed the Black God and the Silver one as well. Which I don't know if the dude there was supposed to be the Silver guy or not. That's what my thoughts were, but I'm just kind of like, eh. Like, I don't really know, because that was like Goal's God, really, but then you had the whole thing with the Necro Sword, and Necro Sword calling Gore after he said that he doesn't believe in God, so he threw it to the ground or whatever. The Necro Sword went into his hands, and he stabbed the guy in his neck. It was just... I liked it. It was cool. But it's just... I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about that. It was just weird. It really was. Yeah. Sorry. Man, that was bad. I got up early ass o'clock this morning. And went to bed at I don't know what time. Anyway. I don't know. Nuts. It was weird. I don't know. It was the opening scene just kind of got me. I didn't understand. But as it went on, it got better. I'll say this right now. As the movie went on, it got better, and that's what I like about movies. Now, granted, I love the Eternals. I should really go back and rewatch that to do a movie review on it again, because I remember a good majority of the stuff, but I want to remember as much as I can of it to do a review on it, because I really enjoyed it. You know what? I'm just gonna give my thoughts about it whenever I go back on Disney Plus and watch it. That's what I would do. So I will be doing an Eternals movie review for you guys. I'll let you guys know when. Anyway, so there's that. But Thor Love and Thunder was great. It felt like I was watching a Marvel movie, but at the same time, I haven't felt like that for a while. Like, I was watching a Marvel movie. I'm not gonna say actually, yeah, I will. The last time I felt like I was watching a Marvel movie was when I was watching the Eternals. I know that a lot of people are gonna be like, "What the fuck, is this kid high?" No, listen to me. I get these weird ass feelings like I know I'm watching a Marvel movie, and while yes, Avengers Endgame, I did feel like I was watching a Marvel movie for that. It's just as I get older, I really start paying attention to these things more. So I really start to get feelings whenever I watch them. Like, if I could tell that I'm watching a Marvel movie or a DC movie, I just get these feelings like I am watching them. So I don't know. It's just I felt like I was watching a Marvel movie in some bits, but not really. There's that. Also, if you're watching this before the movie, if you don't want to see the movie, you're waiting for someone to talk about it before you see it and you don't care about spoilers, don't expect Better Ray Bill in it. He's not in it. I think they just cut out that entire scene with the place where Gladiator Hulk was. So yeah, it's just that was gone. Unfortunately, because I would have really liked to see Better Ray Bill. I think everyone was counting on Better Ray Bill to be there, but oh well. Anyways, so we start off with Cole talking to these children, and he's talking to them about Thor and like what great things about love interest and Jane Foster and stuff, and it's just this whole thing. So it was great. It was. I liked it. So I'm just gonna flash forward a bit. To try to get some of the important stuff, because I'm super tired right now, and I have shit to do, so I'm gonna just try to say as much as I can about this and give you guys a review. So there's that. Jane Foster, she's in like outer space. You got to see. I keep forgetting what her name is, but Kat Dennings. The only way I can remember her. Um, she was in it for a short bit, for like that one scene of the movie. She was in it, and she was talking to Jane Foster because Jane Foster found out she had stage 4 chemo, and then she went on. She started to get worse, and then she had these feelings like Mjolnir was calling out to her, and she went to New Asgard and she saw Mjolnir, and then Mjolnir was forging together whenever she was around, and it turned out that the only reason why I was doing that was whenever Thor told Mjolnir to protect Jane Foster. So now granted, I don't know if that's comic accurate or not. There's a lot of things that I keep thinking about that it's like it's comic accuracy, really, not just characters. And okay, Phase 4. You know what? I know at the beginning of this video I said I'ma just do shit. And I say I'm gonna do shit for YouTube, but then I'm not. I'm gonna break down how comic accuracy Phase 4 really is. I should start making a list of stuff to do for YouTube, but I'm just gonna talk about how comic accurate Phase 4 really is. Anyway, because this movie had some great moments. So Gore comes in. He's like, oh yeah, there's a village with sleeping children. I'm gonna go kidnap the children, but also gonna go like kill a bunch of people with my I forgot what they were called. And I was even reading the comic as well. Like, I was legitimately reading the comic books and I forgot what they were called. Fuck. Anyway, so he brought those things out. And yeah, he brought those things out. You can have children, find people. Thor came in with Valkyrie, and Valkyrie's like, oh, like, there you are, like, glad to see that you're helping. No, not the village, it was New Asgard they went to. Anyways, so I guess I should really talk about this first, before I go on talk about how Jane saw Thor again. The Guardians of the Galaxy, they were only in it for like a scene, maybe two. Yeah, they weren't in it for long, I can tell you that much. Like, I don't know what their entire time was, but it was a pretty good amount. Pretty good amount of time. Not like it was okay. I can't say it was great. I mean, the Guardians were in it. Everyone expected them to be in it more, but they have Guardians Volume 3 to do, and this whole thing is just I'm high evolutionary. That's all I'm gonna say. They have to do with the high evolutionary, which is big. Anyway, so going back into the Thor mix and whatnot. So Thor met Jane because Valkyrie's like, yeah, like, I've known him, and it's just like, oh wow, this whole thing. So then there's Korg on the other hand, who's with Thor, I think, I don't know, and Korg's there helping. So it's this whole thing of King Valkyrie, or Valkyrie, or whatever you want to call her. She's that right now. She's doing that whole thing. So there's that. They went on. They were like, yo, like, we need to stop Gore from doing whatever. They go to this space world thing. And no. That happens after the big parts. Okay. I'm just gonna go to Mount Olympus right now and clear this and out of the way. Mount Olympus, that was a pretty funny scene. Like, there was enough funny in this movie to be, like, funny in a way that it works for Marvel. And there wasn't too much in it, though, to make it be like, hey, like, let's just throw funny out there, because really, look at how many funny moments there were after Aunt May's death. And not even, like, after Aunt May's death, because there was still some funny moments with Toby, Andrew, and Tom and whatnot, but I don't know. I've seen that movie like 4 times already. Maybe my mind's slipping and I'm not catching a lot of the funnier moments, but I think I'm just enjoying the movie for what it is, really, if anything. Um, so, so there's just enough funny in it to be a Marvel movie, but not too much to make it, like, too funny. Anyway, so, there's some funny moments in the Mount Olympus scene. Chris Hemsworth got naked. That made all the girls happy inside the movie theater, including my mother. Who, anyway, so, yeah, that scene happened. Chris Hemsworth's ass on a big screen. I thought I'd never say that ever in my, life. Anyway, I will get that later. There is something on my finger that I can't get off. What was I? Oh, Mount Olympus. Zeus, he fucking put a lightning bolt through Korg and made Korg throw into rubble. Thor grabbed the lightning bolt, make it go through Zeus. Like, everyone thought Korg died. Like, there were times we were sitting there like, holy shit. Like, did that just really happen? We're just like, oh my god. You know? So, no pun intended to any oh my god so I'm gonna make inside this movie, but there were definitely some holy shit and oh my god moments through this movie. So it was that whole thing. I'll get to Zeus later, of course, because he has to deal with the mid-credit scene anyway. So Korg is just a face. The goats were fucking funny. Like, the goat's attitudes kind of remind me of my rabbit's attitude, but that's just kind of that. He has his back turned to me, so he's pissed at me for doing something, so I can feel him judging me, though. Anyway, my hair's all messed up. Anyway, so it was that whole thing. So, yeah, just not really much else I can say about the Mount Olympus thing. Thor feels shitty about Jane, but shitty is a good thing. It's Thor knowledge? I don't know, but that scene was funny and it was cute, and then Space Dolphins. Oh, also, before I forget, nothing was green screen in that movie. I mean, it was green screen, but it wasn't green screen. It was like the VFX CGI team was like, whenever the actors were inside the studio, because they talked about this at the red carpet premiere, if you didn't know, but it was the first movie that the actors could see like all around them and like what it looks like. So instead of them visualizing in their head like, oh, like I'm in this, I gotta think about like this, like they could actually see where they were. So Thor could see, so like Chris Hemsworth could see like where he was at and what he was doing and whatnot, and blue skies or just black and white or whatever. So like he could just see that around him. It was awesome. Anyway, so you have Gorr, who kidnapped the children. Thor, Heimdall's son Axel has Heimdall's power, so he can connect to Thor through that, and he can also summon the Bifrost by wielding Stormbreaker. That was fucking epic. Please do that again, Marvel. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, that going on, and I don't know, it was like Gorr comes in, Gorr, Valkyrie, and Mighty Thor, Jane Foster Thor, whatever you want to fucking call her. Thor was always Mighty Thor, and Jane Foster was always Jane Foster Thor. I feel mixed feelings about her anyway. So there was that. And Natalie Portman was great as Jane Foster's Thor, of course. She was great as Jane Foster. She was amazing as Thor. It was great. There were a lot of moments where you could see like they were just starting to get back together and whatnot, and it was this whole thing. So yeah. So what else is there? I'm trying to think. My brain is like in slow mode, and I don't fucking know why it is. Give me like 2 seconds, guys. My phone needs plugged in because my battery on my phone sucks. Okay. There it goes. So there's that. I was at 67% when I started, and it's now at like 55. So in a matter of 20 minutes, so that fucking tells you how much of a shitty phone I have. Anyway, so that whole thing's going on, and yeah, big fight, whatever, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. It was mainly a fight because Gore wanted Stormbreaker to have eternity, which was fucking big, and I was confused what he meant by that, because it had to take me a second. I'm like, eternity? I'm like, what the fuck is eternity? And then I had to sit there, and then I had to think about it, and then I went, oh shit, I'm like, eternity. I'm like, that eternity. I'm like, that was fucking big. Because I'm like, that name sounds so familiar from Marvel, and then I was like, oh damn. So that was epic. That was cool to see eternity up on the big screen. I didn't know how they would do that. It was a weird the way they did it. I don't know how I felt about it, but it was okay. But Gore needed Stormbreaker to have eternity brought to him, whatever, which he did. He managed to do that for like the final scene, but Jane Foster was dying because of the chemo. Valkyrie got stabbed on that scene, but it was mainly Jane Foster's fault for wielding Mjolnir because it was killing her, not making her stronger, so it backfired on her. But as soon as Thor said that Mjolnir is making her weaker, and that if she picks up again, it will kill her. Like, as soon as he said that, I'm like, this motherfucker is gonna pick up Mjolnir and go help Thor and do whatever. Like, it was just fucking, I don't know what, you know? Like, you know, it was just, I don't know. I just don't know how I felt about that. It was just nuts. So, Jane Foster died. Valkyrie's still alive, but she went on. She was doing things. We saw Lady Sif for like 2 scenes. She lost Nom. That's nice. I dropped something. So seeing Lady Sif is cool always because we don't see too much of her. Gould died because of this epic battle, and Jane Foster broke the Necro Sword because of Mjolnir, which I don't know how the fuck they're gonna bring in Null now, if they're gonna ever bring Null inside the MCU, which I think they will, but I just don't know how. It's just this whole thing, and I don't know. Whatever, like, you had a perfect opportunity inside the post-credit scene, but Null wasn't even in that, unfortunately. So, anyway, Gore saw eternity, and he wanted his daughter, and then Thor's like, listen, like, why are you doing this? And Jane Foster's like, your daughter will always have someone with her, and Gore's just like, oh shit, she will, Thor, and this whole thing. So Thor has Gore's daughter and is trying to raise her, and blah blah blah. I don't know. So it was heartwarming. It was funny. It was cute. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. It was just, I don't know fucking why. I still never finished the Thor God of Thunder thing. So I don't know if Eternity was in that shit or not. In fact, give me 2 seconds. So I'm back. I went through the Thor book that I was reading, and I didn't see Eternity in that thing at all. Nor did Thor go with Gore's daughter. Gore's daughter just died, period. That was it. I mean, it was cool to see Eternity. I hope to God we see Eternity again inside the MCU, because that's going to be a big character inside of it. Very relevant. But if that's going to be the only time in fucking years, which I thought of Galactus when I thought Eternity, but I went, oh shit, never mind. So that's kind of a bummer. Makes me less impressed. Anyway, Valkyrie's training the kids, whatever. Thor is dealing with Gore's daughter, which should be dead. She never came fucking back to life. It was a little girl on Indigo. Anyway, that whole thing. So that happened. Thor gave Gore's daughter. Don't remember what her name is. So Thor gave Gore's daughter the Stormbreaker for her to use. Thor wielded Mjolnir again, so he has that, and this whole thing, blah blah blah, yada yada. So happy ending for, I think, everyone. Yeah. Anyways, it was time for the mid-credit scene. Probably the best scene of the movie. Legitimately, this was the best scene of the movie. And I'm saying that there were a lot of great scenes that I thought Gore was going to have some of the best moments, which he did, don't get me wrong, he did. But this was just my favorite scene of the movie. I was just talking about, like, how Gore will pay and all, how Thor will pay and all that stuff. It's like, what do you think? And then we see Hercules stand up. The movie theater fucking erupted. Like, they were cheering and clapping, you know. They were like, yeah, Hercules. And I was even sitting there looking at Zeus, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Hercules. So that was just huge. Favorite part of the movie by far. Definitely, in my opinion, that's my favorite scene. So, and I mean, it was a great movie. Once again, it really was. It's just, you know, Anyway, trying to think. Oh, post-credit scene. Yeah, I forgot about that shit. It was nice. It was sweet. Don't get me wrong. Oh, before I go on with that, thoughts on the mid-credit scene besides from loving the fact that Hercules inside the fucking MCU now. I was talking to my mom about this, and she said, if Thor 5 is not called Battle of the Gods, I'm gonna have issues. And I'm like, holy shit, Thor Battle of the Gods, yes please. I will write that fucking down. I will start making a script for it later. I fucking will. I'll make that a YouTube special. I have other YouTube videos, which I just might make an update and let you guys know what the fuck is gonna go on. But oh my god. Like, I have a Spider-Man series, and it's this whole thing. I have a lot going on, but yeah, but Thor 5 Battle of the Gods, that's what I'm calling it until there's an official name for it, but I cannot wait to see what they do with Hercules inside the MCU. Like, I think it's going to be great. Of course, that's going to be the main guy in Thor 5. So, that's that. And my final thing, of course, is the post-credit scene. So, it was sweet. Jane Foster died, and we saw it in, like, his white thing, and everyone's like, oh, and then it's like Heimdall. It's like, yo, Heimdall. Like, Heimdall has been now in every Thor movie. So, it's great. But Heimdall's like, welcome to the world of the gods, where gods die, Valhalla, which, that was, like, a big thing they were talking about. It's like, oh, like, Jane finally made it to Valhalla. That's awesome. It really is. So, it was great to see that, and great to see him Heimdall. Like, that was a that was a nice post-credit scene. Not one of my favorites in MCU, but it was a nice one. So it was sweet. So okay, overall thoughts of the movie itself. I enjoyed it. It was a great fucking movie. Like, it really, really was. The artistry was beautiful in it. Thor's suit was amazing. It was very Thor Ragnarok-esque, but that was Taika Waititi being Taika Waititi. It's still unfortunate that Better Ray Bill wasn't in it, but it's fine. They're going to probably save him up maybe for Thor 5. I'm going to call that shit right now. Better Ray Bill and Thor 5. It's going to be Better Ray Bill and Thor teaming up against Hercules, or Hercules and Thor teaming up against Better Ray Bill. Something like that. Something. So I think we're going to see Better Ray Bill in Thor 5 with Hercules. And then when they title it Battle of the Gods, like, that will just be that. And Better Ray Bill will be inside the MCU. And it's going to be this thing. Also, speaking of the MCU, Thor is the only movie franchise that has had one movie in every phase. Thor in Phase 1. Yeah, Phase 1, it was Thor. Phase 2, it was Thor The Dark World. Phase 3, it was Thor Ragnarok. And now in Phase 4, Thor Love and Thunder. Phase 5, Thor 5, Battle of the Gods, if that's going to be the name. It could be fucking Mount Olympus or whatever. Or it could be called Thor Hercules or whatever the fuck it's going to be. Or God of Thunder. It could be fucking called God of Thunder. Or it could be titled Thor Journey into Mystery. That'd be cool, because Hercules' first appearance was in Journey into Mystery #1, featuring Thor. So, that'd be cool if it was called Thor Journey into Mystery. So, Phase 5, it's gonna have Thor 5, I can guarantee you that. Because of course we have the rest of Phase 4, and that doesn't have a Thor movie in it. So, with just a bunch of Disney Plus series, so there's that. So it's just, I thought this movie was great. I mean, the Guardians weren't in it as much as I think people thought, as much as I thought, of course. But still, any chance I get to see Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista on the big screen, I'm happy. He's my favorite Guardian. But I love how they're evolving Groot and giving him puberty. That's awesome. But they have their own thing going on in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with, High Evolutionary, which is going to be the villain of that. It's rumored, and I think it's even confirmed that the High Evolutionary is going to be the villain, which is big. Unfortunate that we didn't get to see Loki or Null. There were also 2 other characters who I had down in the post-credit scene, but Loki's too busy with King the Conqueror for Loki Season 2, whatever. And then there's Null on the other hand, which I think they're gonna do something with him, maybe in Venom 3. That's my prediction. It's gonna be called Venom, King in Black, and it's gonna have Null as, like, the main bad guy, and it's gonna have, like, Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland as, like, the Spider-Man in that universe, and Venom's gonna be like, I need a Spider-Man, and who knows, because we also have Kraven the Hunter coming out, and Spider-Man has its own thing going on, so it was unfortunate that we didn't get to see Null, the god of the symbiotes. I don't know. So, anyway, final thing is gonna be my overall rating for the movie. I'm gonna give it terrible fucking drummels, but whatever. Close enough. It's gonna be, nope, I don't even know if you guys can hear that. I'm not even gonna fucking do a drum roll. It's gonna be a 8 to 9 out of 10. It was great. No, fuck that. It's an 8 out of 10. I was gonna give it a 9, but just going back and thinking about it, because I had to decompress from this, there was some moments where I liked it, and it did give Gore a good backstory for the amount that it did, and I love storytelling. That's why I love the Eternals, because a big reason for it being a storytelling. It's just, anything that has storytelling I like, because I look at things through a writer's that's a Sharpie that I need. A writer's perspective. I look at things like that. I also look at Marvel movies as a Marvel movie fan. So there were a lot of moments where I was happy with both. But there were just some moments where I'm like, this could have been a little bit better. But I still loved it, don't get me wrong. It's still an 8 out of 10. Not like the best Marvel movie, of course. It's not like top 10 favorite Marvel movies. Maybe like top 15 favorite Marvel movies. Because if we're talking about all Marvel movies, we've got to consider Ghost Rider. Holy shit, what a great film. That's like not, that's maybe like 10, top 10 maybe. Anyway, might just do like top 10 favorite Marvel movies whenever I get there. So, or just like Marvel movies and Disney Plus shows ranked or whatever. I'm thinking about doing something. Anyway, yeah, it's just solid 8 out of 10. Great movie, great VFX, great acting in it. Of course, I totally thought Cole was gonna die. It was unfortunate that we didn't get to see Meek in action, but that's its own thing. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. I have shit to do to get ready for the Comic-Con this weekend. So if you're gonna be there, come stop by, say hi, whatever. And if you've seen Thor, let me know in the comment section below what rating you would have given it. Remember, my Lightyear movie review is going to be posted and on Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that. And also, if you want to look at my other movie reviews, I have a playlist. I don't think I'm going to put into like an eye for the section or not. I'm going to try to. It's going to be like right there, maybe, if I can figure it out. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to go check out my other movie reviews and just any other videos. And make sure you give this a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out. Peace.